All right, good Sunday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for another two-game weekend for KPW this Sunday on the first day of the end of daylight savings time. KPW is here in Randolph's Zapustas Arena. We will be sitting on the player side today, and behind your Milton team in the black. Your away visiting team today is KPW in their road white jerseys. We'll be back for the drop of the puck in a few minutes. All right, hockey fans, we're moments away from the drop of the puck. Defensive pairings to open things up for KPW is going to be McGowan and McEachern. Forward line of Kruger, Bingham, and Nails Niles to open things up. Right off the bat, we got Kruger carrying it down the wing, gets it to the shooting lane, deflected by Carr. Bingham in on the forecheck. He wraps his way around, carries it in, slides it over to Niles. Niles in the corner, that's saucered out, but that is McGowan anticipating that well. Keeps it into the zone. Bingham on the forecheck. That comes all the way outside the zone and thrown back in by number 32, McEachern, for an offsides call. Quick line change, 33 seconds in, fresh legs. We got Bachelor centering a tandem of Greenfield and Hayes, number 12. Back on defense is Pisano. Pisano dons the jersey with the name today. Must have located or received the new jersey in the mail, but he is number 42 today with the jersey on. And boom, boom, Diatremont back on his other defensive pairing. Not to be left out in the cold is your netminder. That is Connor Murphy anchoring the net for the second time this weekend. In the offensive zone, that puck is dropped in deep, comes back to the point. Bachelor steps in, keeps it in, gets it over to Greenfield. Greenfield from the off-angle shot. That puck was deflected, hopped over the netminder's stick, thrown out in front by Hayes. And then Hayes jumps on the forecheck. That puck is kicked back out to Galapagos, number 13, loses the puck. But he then stays with the puck, gets it in deep. Dietremont looking to lay some hit on there, a couple little chops and chips. Bachelor stepped on the stick, tripped up, deep in the corner. It's won by the Milton player. Looks like Pisano moving the body out in front of that. Good physical play. That's picked up by Greenfield. Greenfield chips it out. Puck, the zone clears, and that's picked up by Greenfield. He's tripped up. There is no call. There is a call. Trailing behind the play was the referee who saw Greenfield getting tripped up. Any penalty is never really a good penalty, but that was a good penalty. Greenfield had his man beat. The Milton defender had to tug him down, or else it was a 2-on-1. Okay, we got another pairing here. We got Cooch on the left wing. We got Brady McGann, the centerman, number 22. With McManus out on his right wing. KP looks to have 3 full lines today. Running 3 full lines of O and 2 back on D. Now McGann lets it go back to McGowan. Puck is back into the neutral zone off the leg of the referee. Carried in. Big cross-ice pass. Tries to get up to McManus. McManus wins the puck. Goes back to the point. McGowan shuffling the puck. Gets it on his shooting lane. Goes all the way deep into the corner. That's picked up by Nolan carrying the puck out. McGowan does a good job to play the body. Slows the rushing Milton player up just enough to push Milton in on offsides. Face-off one over to McManus. Wisely drops it back to McGowan. Quickly tries to get it up to his forward. Nolan picking up the puck, chipped off by McGowan. Oop. Long cross-ice pass. Oh, good poke check, but that was picked up by McManus. Carried it into the zone. Throws it out in front to a that's picked up by McGowan, who's going to let that rip into the glove hand puck trickled into the pads, but retained possession by the Milton netminder for a stoppage in the action with 33 seconds to go on this power play. 9:04 to play in the first. All right, folks, we are back here for second period action. Minute and 17 seconds remains in the KPW power play. That's Greeny and Hayes. McGowan with a laser cross-ice pass over to Hayes. Springs him in. Puck is set up on the power play. It comes over to, I think that's Greenfield. Lets the puck come back to McGowan. McGowan wisely kicks it back in deep in the zone. Tries to get Hayes in on the forecheck. Puck comes back to McGowan. McGowan unloads. What a good low hard shot by McGowan. Just under McGowan's stick. That puck comes all the way outside the zone. And it ties out before it gets to icing by about a foot. T-Mac pumps the brakes, but a good forecheck by the Milton player looking to consume some time off the clock. Shipped forward by Bachelor. That picked up by Hayes. Now Hayes back to Bachelor, trying to get outside wide. He beats his player out wide. Gets it to the forehand. Gets it to the shooting hand. And he beautiful in high shot. Just comes in short side of the net. Wraps it around. Picked back up by Hayes. Hayes angles it in. He's got T-Mac back at the point. They're going to look to get the puck back to the point. No, but Hayes walks out in front, gets a shot in, but it trickles in behind the net. Picked up by Greeny. Greeny reverses the flow, gets back to Hayes. Hayes surveys. He's looking, throws it out in front. That's deflected, but guess who's there? That's McGowan. McGowan takes a backhand, gets it into Bachelor. Bachelor throws it off the side of the apron. Forecheck is back on. Hayes picks up the puck, back to 5-on-5 hockey. And that puck comes all the way outside the zone, picked up by McEachern. Throws it across to Greenfield, who will then chip it in. Bachelor was just a half a pace in offsides. Face off one back by KP. McManus chops it in deep into the zone. That puck comes all the way back. I believe that is Cheese Pisano. Plays it over to Boom Boom Diatremont. Throws it up to McManus, who is in on the forecheck. Puck is wrapped hard around the boards. Pisano backpedaling. Gains possession of the puck. Plays it back over to his defensive pairing. Thrown up into the neutral zone. That's picked up by Hayes. That's McGann over there on the left wing. Mixing things up a little bit. A little bit of stick work in behind the play. Now that's clean. They play on. Long, hard cross-ice pass. Thrown all the way in. That brings McGann in on the forecheck. And then Cooch looking to pinch the other way, and he does. So McGann just held up his man just enough to disrupt it, letting Cooch go in on the forecheck. Intercepts the pass. Little work up along the boards. Comes back to Diatremont. Throws a cross-ice pass over to Cooch, but it goes under his stick. McGann in there. Anticipates well, picked up by McManus. McManus walking in, makes a good strong move to the forehand. Oh, that was a quick, shifty move. Defense was reading backhand all along, but McManus making a quick move to the forehand. And before he even gets it fully controlled on the forehand, he gets a shot off. Okay, the referee is addressing perhaps some additional verbal commentary. No surprise that's coming on behalf of the KP team, but ref says I can have no part of that. So quickly issuing a bench warning. We'll see if KP adheres to that. But if history were to repeat itself, I would anticipate some visits to the box. But we'll see how it shapes up. Intercepted by Kruger. Kruger throws a change-up pass over to Bingham. Bingham softly throws it in up along the boards. Tries to get it on the forecheck. Kruger intercepts that. Takes a swing at it. Picks it up over by Niles, but that comes outside the zone. Kruger reads the puck well. Stands his player up inside the neutral zone. Puck is shipped back in deep. Oh, it's under the stick of Bingham. Bingham almost sprung himself loose. Is he going to get there before the icing call? He does. Oh, what a quick shifty move by Bingham. Walks himself out. Gets it to Niles. Niles shoots the puck and it just goes wide. Oh, that was some electricity. What do we got here? We got some sort of whistle right now. I don't know. He's pointing at Bingham. No, he's just going, I don't know what happened there. There's some additional discussion happening there on the bench right now. I'm not sure what that call was. May have to mic up the coach and get a breakdown in between the periods. Batch tries to backhand it in. He picks it back up just under the stick of Hayes. Thrown hard out, picked up by Pisano. Pisano with a good hard cross-ice pass, gets it over to Greenfield. Oh, just outside of his reach. Into the neutral zone. Hayes jumps all over that puck. He's got, great pass over to Greenfield. Greenfield just sends it high and wide. Great work by Greenfield and Hayes. In behind the net, little tic-tac-toe pass. That's Greenfield back to Hayes. There's is that Batchelor? I don't know what's going on right now. That was Batchelor in behind the net. Batchelor ties his man up, lets Hayes drop in. There's some stick work. Hands are up high. Hayes drops in to help out. And then Greenfield comes in to help out. He's got his feet moving. He's skating very well today. Wisely wraps that in around. Batchelor peels off, lets Hayes goes, gets it, throws it over it's into the skates of Hayes. Batchelor. Puck is out loose. A man is in the crease. That's Hayes in the crease. Coming up along the boards. That's Pisano. Does a great job to anticipate. Gets it over to Hayes. I'm sorry. Names have got me all pretzeled up today. But anyways, it's one-on-one coming back. Now 1-on-2 coming back in the other direction. Pisano poke checking his man. Puck just comes outside the zone, trying to spring Greenfield. Greenfield with a couple of good shifty moves. A couple of attempts to drop the puck in there was Hayes, but it comes back to the neutral zone. Man, appeared to be a good half stride off sides. Greenfield absorbs the hit and then makes the play to get it outside the zone. Finds its way over to McGann. Comes back to the point. McEachern chips it in. Hops over the stick of the defender. Gets it into McGann, battling up along the boards. Picked up. High shot in. I think that was Cooch getting a good shot in. And that puck will get dumped all the way down for an icing call. back to the point. Look for McEachern. Oh, good low shot. And that puck is rebounded, wrapped in and around by McManus. I'm not sure who threw the puck back in, but that came all the way back to McEachern. A lot of traffic out in front of the net. McEachern wisely just gets the puck in on net. Rebound came right back out to, I believe it was McManus' stick, who had to pirouette quickly and wrap it around on a 360 degree to his left forehand and tucks it in. With 5:14 to play, KP goes up 2-0. Next lineup, that's Niles and Bingham with Kruger off on his left side. Puck is off the boards, but through the wickets of Krugs. Puck's into the neutral zone. Gowan plays it all the way around. Dumped back in by Goodhue in behind the net. McGowan chips it back out. Soft pass over by Niles. Niles, one man to beat. Great defensive play by Carr. And that puck was kicked back out. Bingham just missed it by a half a step. Some confusion there on the line change for KP. Things have been sorted out. Puck is won back to Dietremont. Puck is thrown over to Pisano. Pisano into the feet of Kruger. Back to Pisano. Pisano throws it back up into the neutral zone. And into the skates of Kruger. Keeps it into his offensive zone. Thrown all the way out. Look for Pisano to turn it up the side. Plays an angle pass. Oh, just under the stick of Niles. Coming back in transition. And stepping up is Kruger. Just laid some smackdown. And the Milton player staying down. Walking up is Pisano, making a great end-to-end rush. Looked to be a pretty clean hit, but Kruger clearly getting the better part of that transaction. Some of the action that's picking up is certainly igniting the emotions coming from the Milton bench. KP right now just outworking and outclassing this Milton team right now in all aspects of the game. Picked up by oh, geez, Cameron, what am I doing? Into the high slot, that's Greenfield patiently surveying. Corrals his way around, lets McGowan drop in. Oh, that puck does come outside the zone. Picked up by Batch, thrown back in. And that puck was angled in, and a quick apology from the Milton player. No malicious intent there by Lang, who just rocketed the puck into the player bench. Nice face-off win. Oh, just under the stick, coming back to Batch. And that puck did just skirt outside. McGowan voicing his displeasure at that call, but nonetheless, it'll be a neutral zone face-off. 3:13 to play in this second stance. KP up 2-0. Okay, once again, the referee not happy with some of the verbal communication on behalf of both teams. Another warning has been issued. As previously stated, surprise, we have not had any sort of misconducts, but I bet the ref will be short on the whistle at this point going forward. But we'll see how this unfolds. Right now it's KP in on the forecheck. Greenfield harassing his player. And we're going to have a slashing call. I think he's got Greenfield going. Greenfield questioning the call. He was adamant about that call. 99 for slashing. Puck is going to come all the way down into the defensive zone of KPW. Okay, pivotal time of the game right here. Power play for Milton. 2:30 to play in the second period. Cooch doing a great job maintaining possession of the puck. Gets the puck and a whistle on net with a stoppage in the action. That was a very intelligent play by Cooch. Just maintains possession. Milton was on their heels a little bit, backpedaling through the zone, so Cooch kept possession all the way into the offensive zone. Puck on net, gets a stoppage. Lozano picks up the puck, throws it up into the neutral zone, lazily thrown back in by the Milton player while they're on a power play. Possession is a key thing here, and they're just not getting it done right now. Puck was deceptively thrown in, missed by Pisano, but he retreats back to pick it up. He's got his feet moving. Does McGann have enough to chip it out? And he does. He's got a man on his far side. It's McManus. Just under his stick, but he's got McGann back out in front. Throws a great cross-ice pass, but McGann goes down to one knee in an attempt to one-time it. A great give and go by McManus and McGann. Oh my goodness, it was some nice playing. Puck is being carried out into the offensive zone of Milton. That's picked up, thrown out by Pisano. We got 5 seconds left on the penalty kill. Picked back up by McGann. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Pietremont wisely throws it in. He's going to peel off and get some fresh defensive legs. That's now McGowan out there. Bingham joins the ruckus. Back to McGowan. McGowan throws a shot, and that was deflected off the shaft of the Milton player. Back to McEachen. Over to McGowan. Line mate is McGinnis, and McGann is on the bench. Gecken up to Bingham, tape to tape, crisp pass, throws it over to that's rebounded. That puck is loose. Oh, they didn't like that. Listen, I get the call about getting away from the goalie. There was a little bit of puck that was a little bit open for action, and I'm totally fine with number 88 taking a chop at it. No harm, no foul. That'll push a face-off off to we got a boatload of Milton players out there. Okay, he peels a couple back off to make it back to the legal 5-on-5 status. Puck is deflected out front. That puck is rebounded, and that's loose. That's Kruger. Kruger lately has just had an absolute knack for finding the back of the net. That was a good face-off wing, good shot in from the point. Traffic out in front, and guess who was there to clean it up? That was Kruger. On the board again. Consecutive game goal scoring streak continues. For number 57, Walpole native. Picked up by Kruger. He gains the red line and then dumps it in deep. Got Bingham in on the forecheck. Kruger coming from the other direction. Niles strong on the back check. Oh, McEachen just plays the body wisely. Slow to his feet, but he's back up. Absorbs the hit as time expires. Big end of the period right there. A little momentum was starting to go Milton's way, but KP just hit the accelerator, picked up a late goal, put themselves up 3-0. We'll be back for the third period action. All right, hockey fans, we are here for the third period action. 3-0. Intensity of this game has picked up a little bit here. We were down by the Milton bench for this second period intermission talk. A lot of the conversation focused around making sure that the KP players were not up and around their netminder. Coach voicing his displeasure at some of the free tendencies that the KP players and liberties they have taken with the Milton player. Perhaps a little excessive on the commentary, in my opinion, but nonetheless, that is not going to diminish KP's intensity up and around the net. They've been instructed to play to the whistle and perhaps shortly after the whistle. But here we go. We got third period. Hockey is underway. These next 2 minutes are going to be critical to dictate the remaining pace of this game. And we got a stoppage in the action. I'm not sure if that puck jumped outside of the arena or not. 11:33 to play. Puck is one back. KP's been outstanding on the faceoffs all weekend. Pisano, great job. Great job to battle and win the puck. Picked up by Batch. We could have numbers coming up. McGann does a great job just to hold the puck up for McManus, who walks in and, oh boy. I don't know if there was much more than a puck width and maybe a centimeter beyond that of opening daylight above the left shoulder of the netminder, but guess who found it? That was McManus. McGann in the neutral zone tied up his player, chipped the puck over. That let McManus just jump all over the puck. 13 black. Okay, here's what we had. We had a delayed penalty on number 13. So he's going to have to serve the penalty, although KP got the goal, so they're not going to have to serve it short-handed. But number 13 will not go unpunished. He will sit out for the next minute and a half, but we will be at 5-on-5 hockey. Let's not diminish from that absolute laser of a goal by McManus, who picked that top short side shelf. Something to be watched back on replay a couple of times. 4-0, KP answered. I talked about those critical 2 minutes of the opening part of this third period. KP absolutely has answered. That's Kruger walking in, gets it to a forehand, and that puck just went just over. And Bingham absorbs a high hit. Comes just outside the zone. Goes all the way down. Niles is there. Takes it to the backhand, gets it over to Kruger in behind Murph. Murph takes the flat side of the paddle and chips it out. McEachern and Kruger. That's picked up by, that's McGowan. Plays it over to Niles. Niles got 3 men to beat. He's got his feet moving. Oh, Niles pumps the brake beautifully. He keeps carrying. Throws it over to Bingham. Bingham carries the puck, and he's got a man out in front. Oh, just tried to slide it, putting it onto the tape of Kruger. And that went under Kruger's stick. Good patience, letting that play develop. Niles doing the yeoman's work at center ice and into the offensive zone. That puck was on a string attached to his stick, not relinquishing it. I believe there is a penalty being called. I didn't see what the call was. Likely some sort of holding or hooking infraction. Back to Diatremont. Swing and a miss at that puck. That gets Nolan springing out of his zone. Oh, Diatremont just quickly just explodes onto the puck. And it gets it back to Pisano back at the point. Thrown over to Greenfield. Greenfield retreats with the puck. Comes back to Hayes, who helps out. Kicks it up to Bachador. Looking to get his wheels going down the wing. He brings it to the forehand. Oh, just loses the puck. Comes back into the neutral zone. Diatremont picks it up. He's got Hayes up the middle. Softly thrown to Greenfield. Greenfield chips it deep into the corner. Look for that puck to come back out. Oh, right away, loaded the gun. That was Bachador getting a hard shot off. Pisano keeps it back in. Good A-frame by Hayes to battle up and along the puck. Bachador, there's going to be a body hit right there. Yeah, that was Greenfield playing the puck. Puck is thrown out, and it does carry up into the neutral zone. Milton player. We got a delayed penalty coming on KP. And let's see who gets the... That's a roughing call. He's one hand fist up in the air, indicates a roughing call. That looks like that will be Ebats going to the box. Number 19 for KPW. 9:01 to play. We're going to have some 4-on-4 hockey for the next 25 seconds. That's picked up by, I think that's McGann. He's coming down the wing. He's got his hand hog tied up around the helmet. Oh, and then coming in late was number 24. I tell you what, I don't like that play right there. There was some good one-on-one hockey right there. And then 24 comes in high as the third man in. Hand off the stick, right hand up into the head of McGann. No doubt McGann has got that one locked up in his memory. McEachen, couple of little shifty moves, gets that puck in deep behind the net. Back to 5-on-4. Going in, springs himself out of the puck. Oh, very slow on the breakout pass by number 24. Had a man alone, but selfishly maintained possession of that puck for far too long. What's going on here? We got camera issues here. 1 second, please. Okay, we are restored. Coach knows his player all too well. Number 24 of Milton. He's getting yelled at by his own coach about don't run him, don't run him, don't run him. Indicating goon-esque type qualities from 24. Perhaps the frustration of a 4-0 beatdown is starting to wear thin on some of these Milton players. 4-man for the final 3 seconds before Bachelor springs himself out of the box. Kruger jumps in, joins the play. We got McManus carrying the puck down. He gets it into the high. That's his shooting range. Oh, into the skates. Puck is released into the high slot, picked up again by McManus. McManus gets to the backhand, shovels the puck, and he keeps his feet moving, looking to win the puck. He battles his way back out. Conlon was there to intercept that breakout pass, and that puck is thrown back in just offsides. 7:03 to play. Again, Milton, 7 players on the ice. I mean, simple math. You can have 5 plus a goalie. I mean, come on. Chipped out. Niles, Bingham battling along the boards. Scrappy. Bingham, Niles still working. Comes out of the play. That's thrown. Oh, Murph. Quick glove hand. Little shake it, shimmy, show it to the Milton player. No rebound allowed. Good job by Murph. Face-off won back by the Milton player. One of their few face-off wins of the day. Chip forward by Bings. Back in behind the net. McEachen wraps it around. Krug plays it out. It's shipped back in. Bingham helps out. Gets it over to Niles. Oh, looking for a little extra. I'm gonna keep the camera over. Okay, we're back on normal hockey action. Bingham trying to play it forward. Chipped over to Niles is there to intercept it from the soft 24 player. Picked up by Bings. Bings wisely just drops it in, gets his players in on a soft forecheck. Puck is off the boards. Kruger with a great back check, and he throws it in just offsides. Both teams are going to peel off for a line change. Get some fresh skaters out there. Got Hayes, Bachelor, and Greeny. Greeny intercepts a hard pass out, but picked up into the neutral zone. Carried it in, but puck bounced all alone out in front But I think that was, it was Pisano who was there to break it up. Oh, that's going to spring Greenfield in. He's got him and Bachelor. Bachelor's out in front. Puck is deflected, tries to kick it back to Greenfield. Greenfield goes back into Bachelor. Oh. Plays it back to Pisano. Pisano over to, I think that was, it was D'Entremont back at the point. Good patience by KP. Thrown in deep off the skate of Greeny. Greeny chips it in over to Hayes. Hayes kicks it in with his skate. Off the seat of the pants of Milton. Milton losing possession of the puck again. Back to D'Entremont, back on defense. Gets it over into the skate. Batch making the safe play. He dumps it out. That should go for an icing, and it will. 4:51 to play. Defensive zone faceoff. One back again by McGann. Oh, we got some speed coming down the wing. Watch that short side top corner. No, he went back in. Oh, it just hopped over his stick. Had the goalie beat. Oh, what a pass out in front. Great rush out there. Good breakout pass. McManus had his netminder beat it. Might have kicked up. The ice is getting a little bit snowy late in the period. Might have hopped over his stick on the snow, but he threw it back out to McGann, who had a great backhand scoring chance. Back to McEachern. Kept back in by Cooch. Cooch throws it over to McGowan. McGowan trying to find it short side with a good glove save by the netminder. I'd love to see the puck movement here. Boys are communicating well on the ice. Puck is finding its way all over. Wins it back to McGowan. McGowan gets it to the forehand, and it just went short side. Oh, that's picked up by McManus. Oh, he saw that short side. Tried to tuck it in again. Coming back out. That's Cooch dropping back in to give McEachern a little relief on the defensive side. Picked up by McGowan. Oh, does he have enough to get there? Good job by the defender just to poke check that. McGowan retreats. Chips it out safely into the neutral zone. Picked up by McManus that's his shooting lane right there. Now he makes a great pass over. He's got McGann. McGann kicks it back to McGowan, who had the gun loaded. That stick was played with a high stick, but they're going to keep playing. And no, he's going to call the high stick play. That puck is going to come outside the zone. 3:24 to play. Puck is going to go all the way down for the face-off. Deep in the KP end. Madison takes a spill out in front of the net. Just under the stick of Kruger. That's Pisano. He's got some ice. Thought he was going to be able to get wide. Picked up by Bingham. He's got a little bit of time. Oh, he just goes in way outside. That play was slow to develop. You'd like to see him bring that into the offensive zone on his backhand first before he makes the play over to Kruger. Self-inflicted offsides right there, but Bingham back on the draw. Madison picks up the puck. Look at Kruger in on the relentless back check. Great back check there by Kruger. Was not going to stand for any part of that Milton player carrying that puck in. That's kicks it out. Oh, Greeny with a good, quick, shifty little play. Good stick work. And he throws a shot in. That thing just caught the goalie by surprise. That almost found its way into the back of the net. Hayes battling. Leaves it for Bachelor, who walks himself up, tries to throw it out in front, and scoops it into the glove hand of the netminder. Got 2:17 to play. I'd like to see a bang-bang play here. Puck one back to, McGowan. Now it's going to go to McEachern. McEachern gets a long shot into the glove hand. good face-offs equal good chances back from the point. Bachelor. That's picked up by McGowan. Plays it over to Greenfield. Look for his player to finish that check. Couple strides perhaps after Greenfield played it, but they're going to let that go. That's the Goon Squad, number 24, playing the puck. Previously discussed. McGowan, good pass up into the skate, over to Bachelor, tries to get it to the forehand, into the backhand. It's back to Hayes. Hayes trying to get it into the shooting lane. Bachelor is a wise job getting it deep. Hayes in on the forecheck, coming in the other direction is Greenfield. Back to Bachelor. You got a couple guys at the point. It kicks out just outside the zone. McGowan retreating. Over to McEachen. McEachen, good shifty moves. He's got a man breaking out. That's Greenfield. He's got McGann coming down the middle. He's got trailing in the high slot was Bachelor. And the shot goes in, and stoppage in the action with 1:05 to play. The draw gets one back to Dietremont. Oh, good shot on net. That's Cooch playing the body. Oh, there's some scraps going on. A little extracurricular. That's a minor. That should be a matching, but nonetheless, at down four, he's going to send just Cooch to the bench. You wonder if this KPW reputation has followed them from Foxborough to Randolph. Okay, we got a little daylight here. 1-on-2. I got my money on McManus. Yep, there's one. There's two. Oh, into the high slot. McGann picks up the puck, throws it back to McManus. Back to McGann. It goes back to the point. Long shot in. That puck is deflected just wide. McGann patiently awaiting. Battles up along the board, and he wins that battle. Thrown back out softly to the point. That lets Dietremont get there just in the nick of time. Good, perfect amount of weight on that pass from McManus, letting Dietremont get back into the offensive zone. Got 6 seconds to go. That should just about do it. I don't think they'll have enough to get a scoring chance here, and that will do it. From Joseph J. Zapustas Arena, KPW with a commanding performance, 4-0. Nice, good, clean sheet. Murphy tested not too often, but when he made a lot of quality saves in that. KPW coming out on the better half of a 2-0 weekend for hockey this weekend. So well done by the boys this weekend. Another outstanding performance. And it looks like we're going to conclude this one with no extra additional curriculars after the whistle, as have previously been seen, but that will do it from Randolph, Massachusetts. Great job by the boys this weekend, and until next time, enjoy the rest of your weekend.